Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for July the 7th. I am going to be pulling one card for collective overall energy, and then I'm going to be pulling one card for each sign. If you know your house placements, this can actually give you quite a bit of juice about what's coming up during your day. But even if you know your sun sign, this can give you a pretty decent chunk of information. All right, overall energy that we have showing up is what? Oh, the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Page of Pentacles in reverse can mean a couple of things. It can mean that we're getting instructions that we need to back off of some things where we're putting energy and effort. So maybe somebody is saying, maybe you had some kind of medical procedure and somebody's saying, okay, now you have restrictions on what you can do. It can also have to do with finances. This can be a message that comes in about finances that says that, finances are not as good as what you were hoping for. Maybe there's an invoice that's bigger than you expected it to be, or you're not getting as big a raise at work as you thought, or inflation has tripled in the last week, or whatever. So some kind of news about money or about energy in general. Pentacles really can deal with energy in all its forms. Money is just one expression of it. It's kind of the easiest expression of it to actually measure. So that's why a lot of times when we have a Pentacles card come up, we go straight to money as the meaning, but that's not necessarily the case. All right, so la da da da. Aries, what do you have? Do you fit? Aries, look at you. King of Cups coming up here. I think you guys got this yesterday with a completely different overall energy. What's going on here? King of Cups talks about being very comfortable with your feelings, feeling very comfortable in expressing them. I think you've basically got somebody here telling you, you better not do that. That could lead to bad things. So basically you've got somebody giving you some advice about how much of your feelings you should share with the people in your sphere of influence, or maybe even with a particular person. This is somebody saying to you, hold back, man. Don't say so much right now. Just be calm, be cool. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Keep it on the low. Next up, let's look at Taurus. Is that good advice or bad advice? I hear you guys asking me that. Without knowing your individual situations, it's really hard for me to know that, and I think it would be different for a lot of you. So that's more of a private reading type of thing than a general reading. So Taurus, we have the Judgment card showing up in reverse. Interesting. So here's the thing. I think that we have an opportunity to become involved in something that we used to be involved in the past. And I think that we are considering this. And today we're deciding that it's, oops, sorry about that. Today we're deciding that it is not the right time to do that. And it may be that it's not the right time to do that because it takes more money or more energy now than it used to, and we just don't feel like we have that just lying around to jump up and throw that into whatever this thing is from the past. Or it could be that maybe it's not more money to do it, but maybe it's just that right now we already have other things planned for our energy or for our money. And so still, once again, not the right timing. Okay, now let's look at Gemini. Gemini. Ten of Cups showing up for you guys. Happiness. I love the hammock that it looks like they're sitting on there and how it just kind of combines into this whole rainbow thing. It's fantastic. So happiness, happiness, happiness. Also, those bowls make me think of the singing bowls, the quartz ones that are colored for each chakra. It's just a cool card. So happiness with the singing bowls also kind of implies health. With the hammock implies lack of stress, being able to relax. Good company is also implied. Family is also implied on this card. So I really feel like my first impression here, Geminis, is you may be thinking about taking some type of vacation, you know, probably with some other people, maybe, maybe not, but either way, I think with this Page of Pentacles, I think that there's some kind of news about this vacation that uh, basically says that it's going to take more energy than what you really want to put into it, or it's going to take more money than what you really were hoping to put into it. And you're going to have to decide, you know, am I going to find this extra energy or create this extra money so that this works? How am I going to handle that? Okay, so that's what we have coming up for Geminis. And then Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Queen of Wands showing up in reverse. So Cancers, with my Queen of Wands showing up in reverse, this is telling me that there's some kind of problem or concern that you have that you're having a hard time really finding a solution to. And I think that part of the issue does come around to either energy, like you may not be feeling healthy and energetic enough to do whatever this is you want to get done, or it's going to come down to money. You may feel like you need more money to come over whatever this is you're looking for a solution for. So this is, I would not say that this is the end of the story, but I would say that this is kind of the frustration point of the story at this moment. Okay, so that's for Cancer. Next up, let's look at Leo. Leo, Six of Cups showing up in reverse, along with the Page of Pentacles. This is really interesting, Leo, because it does talk about remembering a time in the past when you didn't have enough energy to accomplish certain things, or you didn't have enough resources to accomplish certain things, financial or otherwise. And I think that you are remembering that. It seems to me like this, for some of you, this could be a little bit of a trigger. There could be something going on today that sort of triggers that memory, and it makes you feel like, oh, this is like it used to be back when I worked at this job, or when I lived in this place, or whatever. And I think that it not only triggers you into those types of memories, it also makes you really determined that you're not going back into a situation like that again. You're going to find ways to make sure that you don't go back into a situation like that. So that's for Leos. Next up we have Virgo. Actually, I need to leave Leo there. Virgo. Look at that. Hierophant showing up in reverse for Virgos. Virgos, you may be coming out of some type of contract or commitment because you don't feel like you have enough energy for it, or you may not feel like you have enough money for it. Maybe this is some kind of gym membership or exercise class that you're coming out of because you just don't feel like you have the energy to put into that. This could also be some kind of subscription that you have that you just don't feel like you have enough money to keep promoting or keep supporting that. So coming out of some type of contract or commitment really as a way to sort of tighten up the belt and make your budget work a little bit better, basically. Possibly because you're not feeling good enough to do it, but for most of you it's going to be about just trying to make that budget work a little better. All right, so that was Virgo. Next up is Libra. Libra is Three of Wands showing up. Overall energy being the Page of Pentacles in reverse. I do think that you're getting some kind of news about money today or about your health today, one or the other. And I think that you're taking that information and sort of factoring it into any sort of long-term plans that you have, whether it's about finances or about health practices in your own life. Next up, we're looking at Scorpio. Five of Swords showing up in reverse. What is happening here? Huh, interesting. So I think that those of us with Scorpio placements have this Page of Pentacles showing up, some kind of news that we'd rather really not hear about money or about material goods, maybe even about our energy level. And it actually brings some type of relief to us where we were having some type of inner turmoil. Now we no longer have the inner turmoil with this news. So this could be that maybe we have somebody who owes us money, and the inner turmoil had been, I don't know if this person's going to be able to pay me back. Maybe I was silly to loan them money. I don't know if I'm going to see that money or not. What am I going to do if this person does try to pay me back? What am I going to do if they don't? All kinds of things that could be inner turmoil around this. With this Page of Pentacles coming up in reverse, this would be like that person coming to us and saying, you know, I really wish that I could pay you back, but I don't have that money. This could be a message like that. And this could be potentially us coming out of turmoil. Now we don't have to wonder, okay, what are we going to do if? Now we have that situation right in front of us. So it brings a lot of stress relief to us because now we can decide, you know, well, are we going to call it a gift, or are we going to offer a repayment plan that's going to be easier on the other person, or whatever. Now we kind of know what direction we want to go. And so that takes us out of that inner turmoil. So even though it's not really the kind of message we want to hear about money or material goods, for us, we kind of already saw it coming, basically, is what I'm saying. We already saw it coming, and now we don't have to wonder about what's the best way to handle it. Now we just get to grab the bull by the horns and handle it however we want. If we want to say, don't worry about it, just consider it a gift, we can do that. And then we don't have to stress out about, is this person ever going to pay us back or not? It's just done then. Yeah. So whatever option is fitting for you, then you get to move forward with it and the debate is over. All right, so next up we're going to look at Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, you guys show up here with the Page of Wands. This is funny. So we have the Page of Pentacles coming into you in reverse. So there's some kind of news about money or about material goods. It's not the type of message that we want to hear, but with the Page of Wands, what we see you doing is we see you moving forward. You know, you're saying, well, you know what, that's not so bad because that gives me a chance to work on this other thing I feel really excited about. And if I would have had good news about money, I would have done something else and gone a completely different direction. Now I know what my budget's going to be. I know what direction I need to go. And actually, I'm kind of excited about it. So we see it being a good thing for those of you with Sagittarius energy. Now let's look at Capricorn. So Capricorn, 10 of Wands. Okay, so Capricorn, some type of news that you would rather not hear about money or material goods. With the 10 of Wands, this talks about that you, whenever you hear this money, you're going to be very proactive in dropping any kind of responsibilities that you know are no longer comfortable for you, okay? Some of you may be moving to a different place, a different location, maybe downsizing in the same town, but some of you may be moving to a place that has a more reasonable cost of living, you know, but some of you may just be cutting subscriptions, cutting back usage, but there's a lot that shows up on today's energy about people really budgeting and figuring out, you know, what to do about budgets. That's one of the themes that I'm seeing here. So I think that whenever you find out this information about money or material goods, I think you're being very responsible in the way that you're handling it. You're being very proactive, and you're basically just, you know, trying to get ahead of the curve as much as you can here. All right. So who is that? That was Capricorn and Aquarius. Okay. Ten of Swords showing up in reverse for Aquarius. All right. Page of Pentacles showing up in reverse, Aquarius, means some type of bad news about money or material goods. With the Ten of Swords in reverse, this is something that you have heard before, or you have thought of before. Something has come up about it before for you, okay? So you thought you had taken care of this. You thought you had done whatever you could to help minimize this. Now with the Ten of Swords coming up in reverse, this says, well, wait a second. Now we have a new glitch that we're just adding another layer to this with the whole Page of Pentacles in reverse. This whole message about money that we don't really want to hear is adding a whole new layer. So now we kind of have to go back to the drawing board and figure out, okay, well, Now what are we going to do? We've got this extra to compensate for that wasn't there when we figured our last plan. So now we need to make a new plan about how we're going to handle this new little glitch or addition to the idea about not having money or not having material resources that we thought we were going to have. All right, so next up, let's look at Pisces. Knight of Cups. What's coming up here? Pisces, 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 Pisces. Okay, with this Page of Pentacles showing up in reverse, this is talking about the idea of some type of news about money or resources, the kind of news that we really don't want to hear, okay? Now, with our Knight of Cups showing up here, Pisces, really be careful with somebody who is trying to hang on to your coattails, okay? I think this is somebody who also had some type of message about money or material goods not being as kind to them as they would like, and they are kind of looking at you, Pisces, like, well, maybe if I team up with Pisces, then the money or material goods is gonna last a little longer. Maybe things will work out a little bit better. I don't know if this person actually has feelings for you or does not have feelings for you. In this card combination, I wouldn't be able to tell you that. But what I'm seeing is motivation here for trying to take some type of action towards you romantically, or possibly even not romantically, but just love bombing you, maybe a family member or a friend, whatever. You know how people will try to butter you up before they ask you for something. Could be that as well. So, but the motivation here is all about, it's all about money or resources, that this person may want to really be combining resources to see if you guys can do better that way. Whether they say that to you or not, I don't know. But that is what I'm sure of. I'm sure of this motivation. I am not sure what their true feelings are for you. I am not sure how honest they're going to be with you about their motivation. But on these two cards, I do know whatever they're doing to more or less butter you up, it is motivated by the idea of money. That is the trigger point that actually got them to take action. They could have been thinking about taking action before. I don't know that they weren't. This was the trigger thing that made them actually take the move. Okay? So that's what I've got for everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Looking forward to working with some of you personally later on, and the rest of you, I'll see you back on the next video. Peace out.